Welcome to another edition of Arizona Living. Today, we're going to do a good old rant. Stay tuned. So guys, it's been literally a year and a half since my last post. A really long time. Now, let me tell you real quick about why I'm coming out of hiding, okay? I didn't just wake up and say, I should post a YouTube video today. That didn't happen. So 2 days ago, Thursday night, I was minding my own business and I get this notification on my phone from PayPal that someone sent me $10. Let me show you the message that came along with it. It's from this guy, Daniel. I'm going to redact his last name. And it said, your fans miss you. You should start a TikTok account. Then walk around town or on your treadmill and we'll support you. You're a funny guy. So Daniel sent me this unexpected $10. And I don't want to just, I can be bought, what the hell? I figured he sent me $10. I got to do something in exchange. So here I am posting an update for you guys. I just noticed I have crapola in the background. That's all right. We're going to continue to go. So this is going to be a rant/life update. Am I coming back to YouTube like I used to? Hell no. No. This, I think I'll just do every year or two, I'll give you guys an update for the 7,000 of you that subscribed to my channel over 5 years that I was actually posting regularly. I thank you. I appreciate all your support. I bumped into a few of you out in the wild. Everyone I met was very, very cool. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about what's happening with your boy. So yesterday, Friday night, approximately 6 p.m., we discovered there was a problem with our air conditioning unit. Now, mind you, where I live is 114 degrees outside. 114, I am not kidding. So we discovered there was an issue. I contacted the company we have a service plan with for our AC. They said, we'll see you Monday night. I was like, you're out of your bird. So I called. Eventually, I got them to agree to come Saturday night, which is tonight. The house is still hot as balls, okay? So I'm doing this out of the cockles of my heart, talking to you guys in the freaking heat. The family is not here. They're with the in-laws, okay? So last night, it was over 80 degrees in the house. In the middle of the night, like 11:30, we ended up going to the freaking Hyatt in Gilbert, and we spent the night there, all right? It was not the most comfortable bed. Our 2-year-old didn't want to sleep in his playpen. He wanted to sleep in the bed with us. It was not ideal, but we made it work, all right? And on a bright note, we got free breakfast this morning, Saturday morning. So here I am in my house, alone, talking to you guys, giving you guys the update. We've been in this house 5 years now, okay? This was a new build, our second new build, and stuff's breaking, okay? We had all sorts of stuff in the last 2 weeks breaking the house. I spent a fortune on the freaking pool equipment. I don't want to bore you. Lots of stuff, and now the air conditioner, add that to the list. Hopefully it's under warranty or it's not going to cost a fortune to fix. No matter what it is, I have to pay it. I gotta have AC in Arizona. So life is not all sunshine and rainbows. I don't think I told you guys. Our cat, Sour Patch, who usually used to hang out in the background, she passed away very unexpectedly, and we miss her terribly. We have no intentions of getting another cat. However, we do want to get at least one more dog in the future once the boy, who's currently 2, is old enough to help pick up poop. His sister did more than her share of picking up dog poop. So I don't want to burden her. I want him to help. So it's going to be a few more years before we get any sort of pets. Now let's talk a little bit about my wife's family. Her parents did relocate, surprisingly, from Lake Havasu to Santan Valley, which is pretty much the next town over. Now, there's a little bit of tea here. My wife has 3 siblings, okay? And the 2 youngest that live in Phoenix proper are not happy that their parents ended up moving closer to us. They said we had something to do with them moving further away from them and closer to us. To be honest, I would have preferred they would have stayed in freaking Havasu. I didn't care if they moved here or not, to be completely honest with you. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why those 2 siblings are mad is because they wanted free babysitting. That's free daycare. That's the bottom line. So as you know, daycare is very expensive, and that's what they wanted. They wanted free daycare. They could deny it all they want. That's the truth. I could do a whole stand-up act about my wife's family. I will not. I'm going to behave. I'm not going to say nothing, but I could. A few weeks ago, we went on a Disney cruise. We went on the Destiny, which is the latest and greatest ship in America. I know about the adventure overseas, but here in America, the latest and greatest ship was the Destiny. We went on, I believe it was 5 days. Now, I am not a huge Disney fan. My wife is. She absolutely loved it. I liked it. It's my second cruise ever. My first cruise was with Royal Caribbean many, many years ago. I actually liked this cruise, I gotta say. However, our 2-year-old was a freaking nightmare. Nightmare. More than once, I had to pick him up and leave a restaurant on board with him screaming his head off. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Disney cruises in general, what makes them different than other cruises. Number one, there's no casinos, there's no gambling, there's no smoking, none of that. Number two, there's not really a walking track. It's more geared towards families. So they do have like a daycare area, and if the kid is under 3, you have to pay $9 an hour, okay? So our son, they would text me because there's like an app on your phone that actually works on the ship, and the daycare was texting me all the time. He's unhappy, he's unhappy. So he was just a real pain in the butt. Towards the end, he actually liked it. I'll tell you a little highlight. I didn't bring enough clothes, so in the middle of the night, I decided to go to the laundromat on the ship. And believe it or not, 10:30 at night, all the machines were in use. There must have been 30 machines. I'm not even exaggerating. They were all in use. So I showed up the next morning at 5 a.m. Place was empty, and then I decided to record the ship at 5 a.m. with nobody around. So I have a whole bunch of footage. I thought about making a whole YouTube video about my Disney Destiny trip, but the thought of editing for like 10 plus hours, no thank you. I don't want to do all that editing. That's insanity. And yes, I know you can outsource it. AI could possibly do it. I'm not interested in doing all that editing. So my wife actually wants to move to the Disney bubble someday. Now, I don't know if it's when we retire or what, but she wants to move into the Orlando area, Florida, so she could be close to Epcot and Disney World and all that stuff, including Epic Universe. That's a bit much for me. I do like the idea of moving to the bubble, but the thought of me doing the parks like every day is gonna get old quick, you know? But it's good exercise, I give it that. It's gonna be good exercise. But it's, even though you pay for an annual pass, there's still expenses involved. There's gas, not to mention if you're going to buy anything to eat or drink. It all adds up. So I don't know if we're ever going to move to this Disney bubble thing. She actually wants to be an influencer. And I told her, listen, I am not going to be a Disney influencer. What am I going to say? I'm here at Epcot yet again. Same damn rides. Nothing changed. She could go on Pirates of the Caribbean like 15 times consistently. And she loves it. And I'm like, I could go every couple of years. I don't need to go to the same ride repeatedly over and over and over again. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So let's talk a minute. I have a list of things in front of me, that bullet points. I have no particular script. I'm just talking off the cuff here pretty much. Let's talk a little bit about the economy. I learned from my many years of doing YouTube, I should never talk politics. So this is not political whatsoever. I'm just going to talk about the economy in general as I see it, as a guy, a transplant from New York, New Jersey, moving to Arizona. Gas is freaking ridiculous. It costs $70 to fill the Highlander, Toyota Highlander, $70. Can you believe that? 70. And I don't know how people are making it, because everything from rent to food, everything's very, very, very expensive, right? So it is what it is. I don't know how people are going to survive once AI takes over. And yes, I am really into AI. I love AI. And I don't just talk to it, I actually get it to do stuff. So I've tried a lot of them. I'm not gonna say all of them, I tried a lot. And I could rattle off a long list, but the two that I currently use right now the most are Claude and Manus. The reason why I use Manus is because Manus doesn't ever tell me that what I'm asking for is illegal. Okay, so I asked Manus to do all sorts of stuff, not always, but the majority of the time, it actually does what I ask it. Meanwhile, Claude and OpenAI and all the other ones say, no, we ain't gonna do that for you. So as I like to say, Manus is like a new girlfriend. It'll do whatever you want. So I kind of see AI like back in the day when I was using Kodi to stream. And this was before Amazon had their Fire Sticks and people were streaming regularly. I was ahead of my time. That's kind of how I feel like AI is right now. It's not for the everyday person yet. It's really just for the geeks. But once they make it super, super, super simple that anybody can use it, and they even have devices kind of like the Alexa, it's going to be game over. It's incredible. I mean, in fact, she has AI now. So I could have conversations with her and I could even email her, believe it or not. I call her A because I'm in a smart home, even though half the stuff ain't working. I'm in a smart home. And if I say her name, all sorts of stuff happens. She controls everything in the house. But what was I saying? I actually emailed her and I think it's Alexa@alexa.com, something silly like that. I emailed her some documents and then I talked to her about the documents. It's freaking amazing. Shut up. Alexa, no, shut up. See, that's what I was worried about. So about 2 weeks ago, we were at Target and we were standing by the Starbucks area because my daughter wanted to get a Starbucks drink. And I noticed that they were taking fresh sushi and placing it, where people could buy it. And I was like, that actually looks pretty good. So we bought some sushi, brought it home, and I gotta tell you guys, this is not a sponsored thing. I have no affiliation, but the sushi at Target was legit. It was like restaurant grade sushi. It was really good. So another thing in the house that's broken, and yes, I'm gonna complain, is my bidet, my beloved bidet. It broke, and I need to get a new one. If you know, you know. There's no going back. I need one. I got something I want to show you guys. I finally got a cowboy hat. Yeehaw! And I got cowboy boots too. The boots are brown, the hat's black. I know it doesn't exactly match, but I had to get a hat stretcher because they had one size, the next size up was way too big. This one was too tight, so I got a hat stretcher. I didn't even know the hat stretchers existed, but I got a hat stretcher. It fits kind of good now, and I like wearing it around the house, to be honest with you. My wife, she doesn't want me wearing it in public, but I don't care. So many things I could share with you guys because it's been so long. I ended up getting a paraffin machine. For those of you guys that don't know, when you go to the spa to get a pedicure, they put like this baggie with hot liquid on my feet in particular because my feet are so dry, and they let them soak in there for a while. And I don't want to spend $100 every month to go to the freaking spa. So I got me this paraffin machine off of Amazon. Anyway, I'm enjoying it because it's helping me save money. I don't have to go to the freaking spa so often. I know, TMI, I know. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you pictures of my feet. So last but not least, guys, when I finally do make my way back to the motherland, back to New York, we found this really cool thing called Masquerade, okay? They took the Phantom of the Opera off Broadway, but they're bringing it back in this amazing way. Basically, they have this building and you walk in, everyone's expected to dress to the nines with a masquerade mask, and you get to be like 2 feet between you and the people performing Phantom. And you walk with them room to room, they do all the different scenes, and there's like 6 other groups experiencing the same thing at the same time in different parts of the same building. It's insanity. So while it's still happening, I hope to actually catch Masquerade in NYC. So guys, those are highlights of the last year and a half. Your boy's doing well. I'm sweating my ass off here in Arizona. My AC, but they better fix it tonight, all right? I do not want to have to spend more money on a hotel. Worst case, I could go with some family. But my son is a pain in the ass. I don't want anyone to have to deal with him. He's too much. He's off the charts. He is just too much. People warn me that boys are harder when they're younger and easier when they're older. And I gotta say, based on what I've seen so far, it's true. And my daughter, she's 13. She's got an attitude on her. I don't want to put anybody through that. A 13-year-old and 2-year-old. Worst case, I'll get another hotel tonight. I hope not to. But we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. So Daniel, this is your fault that I posted this, okay? You got your $10 worth. And yes, I can be bought, guys, but don't be sending me money and expect me to post a video in exchange all the time, all right? Like I said, I'm just coming out of hiding. It is what it is. I don't know when I'm gonna post again, but when I do, you'll know. Till next time.